Good evening. This is All India Radio and I'm Saira Mujtaba with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister vows to fulfill aspirations of people in Jammu and Kashmir. Addressing the nation from ramparts of Red Fort, Narendra Modi unveils Jal Jeevan Mission for taking piped drinking water to every household. Prime Minister announces creation of post of Chief of Defence Staff, also pushes for checking population growth and elimination of single-use plastic. Independence Day celebrated in states and UTs with traditional gaity and fervour. In Jammu and Kashmir, celebrations pass off peacefully. Amarnath pilgrimage concludes with Charri Mubarak performing ritual puja at the Holy Cave in Kashmir Valley today. And Raksha Bandhan celebrated across the country. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in his first Independence Day address to the nation in his second term, today signalled a decisive approach to vexed issues. Speaking from the ramparts of Red Fort, he made a slew of significant announcements, including the provision of piped drinking water to every household across the country. The Prime Minister vowed to fulfill the aspirations of the people of Jammu and Kashmir, announced creation of the post of Chief of Defence Staff, called for checking population explosion, and renewed his push for one nation, one election. Mr. Modi said his government in the second term will work towards fulfilling the people's aspirations and dreams after having met their needs in the last 5 years. The Prime Minister said the abrogation of Article 370 is a step towards one nation, one constitution. He said a new approach was needed as the provisions granting a special status to Jammu and Kashmir had failed to yield desired results in the last 70 years. He said every possible effort will be made to develop the region. Mr. Modi said NDA government neither nurses problems nor lets them fester.
जो काम पिछले 70 साल में नहीं हुआ, नई सरकार बनने के बाद 70 दिन के भीतर आर्टिकल 370 और 35A को हटाने का काम भारत की दोनों सदनों ने, राज्यसभा और लोकसभा ने 2/3 बहुमत से पारित कर दिया.
In a major decision to keep pace with the changing world, the Prime Minister announced that the country will now have a Chief of Defence Staff or CDS who will ensure synergy among the three services and provide effective leadership to them.
आज हमने निर्णय किया है कि अब हम चीफ ऑफ डिफेंस स्टाफ सीडीएस की व्यवस्था करेंगे और इस पद के गठन के बाद तीनों सेनाओं के शीर्ष स्तर पर एक प्रभावी नेतृत्व मिलेगा. हिंदुस्तान के सामरिक दुनिया की गति में ये सीडीएस एक बहुत अहम और रिफॉर्म करने का जो हमारा सपना है उसके लिए बल देने वाला काम है.
Mr. Modi said India understands the importance of water conservation and a new ministry for Jal Shakti has been created. He unveiled Jal Jeevan Mission, under which the government will spend 3.5 lakh crore rupees to provide piped drinking water to all households.
हम आने वाले दिनों में जल जीवन मिशन को लेकर के आगे बढ़ेंगे. इसके लिए केंद्र और राज्य साथ मिलकर के काम करेंगे और आने वाले वर्षों में 3.5 लाख करोड़ रुपए से भी ज्यादा रकम इस जल जीवन मिशन के लिए खर्च करने का हमने संकल्प किया.
Mr. Modi said a massive 100 lakh crore rupees will be spent on developing infrastructure that will help in achieving the target of nearly doubling the size of the Indian economy to $5 trillion in the next 5 years. The Prime Minister also touched upon a host of other issues, including tackling cross-border terrorism, corruption, poverty, ensuring ease of living, banning single-use plastic, and curbing indiscriminate use of fertilizers. Aiming at making India plastic-free, Mr. Modi said the time has come to implement the idea and urged people to eliminate single-use plastic. He called upon the authorities across the country to make arrangements for collecting plastic from 2nd of October this year to achieve this goal. Voicing concern over population explosion, the Prime Minister said it is creating innumerable challenges for us and the coming generations. He said it leads to many difficulties and there is a need for the centre as well as state governments to launch schemes to tackle it. He said keeping one's family small is an act of patriotism and those who do so deserve our respect and need to be felicitated.
एक छोटा वर्ग परिवार को सीमित करके अपने परिवार का भी भला करता है और देश का भला करने में बहुत बड़ा योगदान देता है। ये सब सम्मान के अधिकारी है, ये आदर के अधिकारी हैं। छोटा परिवार रख के भी वो देशभक्ति को ही प्रकट करते हैं, वो देशभक्ति का अभिव्यक्ति करते हैं।
The Prime Minister referred to BJP's big win in the general elections and said his government's return to power showed as to how despair had given way to hope, with people believing that the country can change for the better after seeing his dispensation's first 5 years of work. Mr. Modi said the BJP-led government worked to fulfill the common man's needs and especially targeted the welfare of rural India, farmers, backward classes, Dalits and tribals. He added that if the period from 2014 to 19 was about fulfilling people's needs, the time after 2019 is about meeting their aspirations and dreams. He said the government has prepared a blueprint keeping in mind how India should be in the 21st century and is taking steps towards it. Independence Day celebrations in all the districts of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh concluded peacefully. Jammu and Kashmir government spokesperson Rohit Kansal told this to media this evening. He said the main function was held at Sher-e Kashmir Stadium in Srinagar, where Jammu and Kashmir Governor Satyapal Malik unfurled the flag. More from our correspondent.
Governor Satyapal Malik hoisted the national tricolor in the first Independence Day celebration in Jammu and Kashmir after the abrogation of its special status. After unfurling the flag, Malik said the changes brought about by the Union government are not just historic but have opened a new vista of development for the people of Jammu and Kashmir and the people of Ladakh.
इन परिवर्तनों के साथ सुशासन को बढ़ावा मिलेगा, आत्मनिर्भरता आएगी, नौकरी के अवसर बढ़ेंगे, जम्मू और कश्मीर के निवासियों के बीच देश के शेष हिस्सों के साथ समानता और एकता की भावना आएगी.
Governor Malik said the process for establishment of the second tier of the panchayats has been initiated, for which the elections to the Block Development Council shall be held very soon. R.K. Raina from J&K.
In Jammu and Kashmir, sarpanches at several places unfurled the tricolour on the occasion of Independence Day today. Riksin Angbo, the sarpanch of Kungyam Halqa in Leh district near Indo-China border, unfurled the tricolour too. She is an engineering graduate and contested panchayat elections in the district.
We have hosted the national flag for the first time in this halqa after gaining independence and of course the UT status, and people participated with great enthusiasm, and we are looking forward for more development.
Another sarpanch, Kasturi Lal of Late district of Udhampur district, also unfurled the national flag.
मैं तहसील लाठी से कस्तूरी लाल गुप्ता सरपंच, जिला उधमपुर का सबसे दूर दराज पहाड़ी और बर्फानी इलाका में प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का आज हद शुक्रगुजार के 73 यौम आजादी के दिन में हमें सभी को अपनी अपनी पंचायत में झंडा लहराने का मौका दिया. वो दिन दूर नहीं कि प्रधानमंत्री जी का नया भारत का सपना बहुत जल्दी पूरा होगा.
Rakesh Kaur, Sarpanch of Breh in Anantnag district of South Kashmir, also unfurled the tricolour.
मैं राकेश कोल, सरपंच ब्राह डिस्ट्रिक्ट अनंतनाग. आज प्रधानमंत्री जी ने नया कदम जम्मू कश्मीर और लद्दाख के लिए उठाया, उसका पुरजोर स्वागत है. आज माननीय प्रधानमंत्री ने कुछ आदेश दिए हैं, सब नागरिकों को जिसका पालन करना चाहिए, जिसमें उन्होंने वाटर कंजर्वेशन, फ्री पॉलिथीन, उसके लिए हम पंच और सरपंच साहबान आज से ही उस काम पर लगे रहेंगे.
In Karnataka, Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa unfurled the national flag in Bengaluru and addressed the people. Here is a report.
During the Independence Day speech, Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa assured the flood-ravaged people of all assistance in their rehabilitation. He said government will build houses and provide basic amenities for them. He also assured job opportunities to Kannadigas, financial help to weavers and fishermen, strengthen agriculture economy, introduce new industrial and textile policy, and encourage IT and BT sector. The Chief Minister praised the historic decision of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to abrogate Article 370 and 35A. Sudhindra, AIR News, Bengaluru.
Our Itanagar correspondent reports that the Independence Day was celebrated with pomp and gaiety in the frontier state of Arunachal Pradesh.
The main function of the state was held at IG Park in Itanagar. Chief Minister Pema Khandu unfurled the national flag and took salute from the parade. Later, as a part of the Independence Day celebration, a play on the life of Bharat Ratna Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was staged at Doji Khandu Convention Center in Itanagar. The play was enacted by 25 artists of a theatre troupe from Gujarat. Rakesh Dole, AIR News, Itanagar.
President Ramnath Kovind today paid tributes at the National War Memorial in New Delhi on the occasion of Independence Day. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and 3 service chiefs were also present on this occasion. Reports of Independence Day celebrations have also come in from all over the country and abroad. In Sri Lanka, the main function on Independence Day of India was held at India House in Colombo. Our Colombo correspondent has filed this report.
The main ceremony was held at India House in Colombo, where High Commissioner Sri Taranjit Singh Sandhu unfurled the national flag and read out excerpts of President's speech. He also recalled PM Modi's visit to Sri Lanka to express solidarity with Sri Lankan brothers and sisters after Easter Sunday attacks. A BSF contingent staged march past, while artists of Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center staged dance performances. Later, High Commissioner and other officials paid tributes to martyrs at Memorial of Indian Peacekeeping Force. A grand musical evening titled Strings of Harmony, featuring Santoor maestro Shiv Kumar Sharma, was organized in the evening to mark the occasion. Santosh Kumar, AIR News, Colombo.
This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. World leaders today greeted President Ramnath Kovind, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the people of India on the Independence Day and described New Delhi as a close friend. Russian President Vladimir Putin has written to President Kovind and Prime Minister Modi congratulating them on the occasion of Independence Day. In his letter, Mr. Putin said, India rightfully takes pride in great achievements in economic, scientific, technological, cultural and other spheres. He said the Russian-Indian relations are dynamically developing in the spirit of special and privileged strategic partnership. Maldives President Ibrahim Mohammed Saleh, Nepal Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli, Bhutan PM Lothe Tshering were among the other leaders to congratulate Prime Minister Modi. In a tweet, Ibrahim Mohammed Saleh said, India is a close friend of the Maldives and he shall continue working with the Indian government to further strengthen the ties between the two neighbours. The Nepalese Prime Minister said his country is delighted to observe India's rapid economic growth achieved over the past 7 decades. The Bhutanese Prime Minister tweeted that he sees new chapters of friendship unfold for the two countries. The annual pilgrimage to the holy Amarnath cave shrine in Kashmir Valley concluded today, with about 3.39 lakh pilgrims offering prayers at the naturally formed ice Shivalingam this year. The custodian of the holy maze, or Charri Mubarak, Mahan Dipendra Giri, along with about 20 other priests were flown to the holy cave in a helicopter, where they performed the ritual puja to the ice lingam on Shravan Purnima today. Earlier, the yatra was cut short by 16 days by the authorities in view of a terrorist threat. Elsewhere in Poonch district, Budha Amarnath Yatra also concluded peacefully. Raksha Bandhan, the festival of special bond between brothers and sisters, was celebrated today across the country with great enthusiasm. On this occasion, sisters tie colourful rakis around the wrist of their brothers and pray for their prosperity, health and well-being. In return, brothers pledge to protect and support their sisters and present them gifts. President Ramnath Kovind, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Modi have greeted the people on the occasion of Raksha Bandhan. Vice President Naidu has said that empowering women, educating the girl child and making them equal partners in nation building must be the focus of everyone. Speaking to over 100 school children who came to his residence to tie Rakhi, Mr. Naidu said this auspicious festival upholds the high place traditionally accorded to women in Indian society. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister vows to fulfill aspirations of people in Jammu and Kashmir. Addressing the nation from ramparts of Red Fort, Narendra Modi unveils Jal Jeevan Mission for taking piped drinking water to every household. Prime Minister announces creation of post of Chief of Defence Staff. Also pushes for checking population growth and elimination of single-use plastic. Independence Day celebrated in states and UTs with traditional gaity and fervour. In Jammu and Kashmir, celebrations passed off peacefully. Amarnath pilgrimage concludes with Charri Mubarak performing ritual puja at Holy Cave in Kashmir Valley today. Raksha Bandhan celebrated across the country. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.com. That's all in the news at 9. Good night. Jai Hind.